So sometimes when playing a video game, you might play it so much that you think you have done everything in every possible way. This isn't always the case, however, because sometimes you may do something exactly how you did it the time before, and the time before that, and the time before that, and finally you realize, hey, maybe I should be a little bit more inquisitive and try this idea I had in my mind. This very same ideology happened to me the other day when I was playing Skyrim. I was just sitting on my bed chilling, playing Special Edition on my PS4, and I went to Windhelm, and as always, I decided to do the Blood on the Ice mission first, which you are introduced to quite quickly if you do one of two things. That being exploring the city enough until you come across the dead body in the graveyard at a particular time at night, or you ask about rumors around the city. I happened to go directly to the body because it's right there, but then I played through the quest and decided to do something a little different and try something out, which I didn't think would have any direct consequences, but what do you know, the quest took a completely different path, and it kind of made me realize that Skyrim had just rewarded me for being a little bit more curious. The quest is called Blood on the Ice, and you can find this quest by visiting Windhelm during the hours between 7 PM in the evening and midnight. You will find the body of Suzanne the Wicked naked and mutilated on a gravestone surrounded by a couple of Windhelm citizens and some guards. By asking about the crime scene, you are told that this is the third murder and it seems to be coming from a calculated killer. The whole point of this quest is to have you investigate the murders of young women in Windhelm and figure out who the killer is. This is one of the best quests in Skyrim in terms of role-playing experience with some choice where you aren't 100% the villain. This quest has two ways to finish it with two possible outcomes to it. One being you get a decent reward and catch the killer, and the other being you accuse the wrong person because you didn't do enough detective work. 90% of Skyrim players get the wrong accusation for this quest. I'm making up the numbers in my head, assuming people are like me. I even did so up until about 2 weeks ago, which to me was incredible. The amount of ways to speed up this quest and be rewarded for it is great. Let's talk about why the more you look into the quest, the better rewarded you are. This quest has a plethora of hints directed towards the killer at the end. After a couple of objectives, your search will lead you to the player home Hjellerm, or however it is said, and in there is the base of the so-called Butcher. You can go immediately here before or at the beginning of the quest, leading the inquisitive mind to benefit from this course more. If not, you will be led to different NPCs and places, ultimately leading you here with a bunch of hints. When searching, you will stumble across a strange amulet. This amulet which defines your reward for the entire quest. The amulet is called the Strange Amulet, but it has more power than you realize. But we'll get to that later. You will either give it to Calcimo or keep it for yourself. The best course to take here is to do either. As long as you pick the right choice, that amulet will be back in your inventory in no time. So when you gather all the final clues together and approach Yorlef about it and all that, before you make an accusation, it was never known to me that I could go and talk to Wooford before accusing him, because by talking to Wooford before it, you discover that Wooford actually isn't the killer. He asks you about the amulet, which you describe it, and he tells you it is a powerful necromancy amulet. He then proceeds to tell you to wait out in the stone quarter during the night to see if you can find the killer. Doing so with a bit of initiative to explore brings you to the market, where you will catch Calcimo about to murder a dark elf citizen of the city in the market district. Getting involved promptly and swiftly turns him against you, where he will then try to kill you very aggressively. Killing him grants you the necromancer amulet from his corpse, which is really fecking good, man. Damn, if I had known this 3 years ago, I would have used it so much more. The strange amulet will never be known to you in its defining purpose if you take the path of accusing Wooford, as Calcimo will keep it, or if you're given it, it'll just be a strange amulet you don't know about, since Wooford is the one that can tell you about it, and Calcimo, but since Calcimo needs it for murdering people, he's not going to tell you. But yeah, just tell Yorlef and quest done, because you don't get any rewards from Yorlef for doing this by just helping out the citizens of Windhelm, so this amulet is your real reward. So the point of this was, other than it's my content and I will make whatever video I want to, this quest showed that Skyrim could have made so many more innovative quests like Blood on the Ice. This quest has you use your wits and brain to solve a mystery that isn't too complicated, but is different than the usual dungeon crawling and dragon slaying. This quest is one of my favorites, and if you haven't ever done it, I advise to go and do it and go in blind not knowing any of the clues. You may know the outcome now, but it's still really fun to try and solve. Anyways guys, that's it for today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe for more Elder Scrolls, Fallout and gaming of all sorts Bethesda related content. I hope you all have a wonderful day, week, month or year, or all of them together, and I will see you all next time.